The Guild has need of you, comrade. Comrade, I must speak with you about an urgent matter. Sees All Colors requests you make your way to her as soon as possible. She said she hopes to make use of your prize. She said you'd understand what that meant. She and Aelif await you at the hall in Stormhold. Go well on your path. Not much you don't already know. Every blade's been turned toward the Daedra. Heard a big crew took down an anchor somewhere in Cyrodiil last week. Messy business. Landed right on top of a skirmish between the Pact and the Dominion.
I'm sure it's just a clerical error. You'll be in the Academy next season for sure.
You hear the vice cannons rooted out a Dominion camp in those dangerous ruins?
I see the messenger found you, comrade. We've discovered much since our adventure in Mizenelt. The events of the past continue to stalk us. The visions, my friend. The Aelids fled from the forces of Molag Bal and hid away the remains of a powerful relic. Merrick has taken the crystal and the tome to an ancient forge. There, he's begun the work of crafting the weapon anew. In time, comrade. First, you and I must travel afield, to the ruined city Abagarlis. It was there the Aelids went, to stop the Mortum Vivicus. Together we will understand the threat to the present and the events of the past. Comrade, you were the first person I thought of when it came time to explore a musty ruin. That is meant as a compliment. In Mizenelt, we saw visions of ancient soldiers, survivors of a strategic attack on a city of darkness. Abagarlis is that city, an ancient stronghold of Molag Bal. I expect we will learn much from those old stones. We call it the Earthforge. Merrick found it on a contract a few years ago. The maintenance constructs had long since shut down. The ruin contains the most unique blacksmithing setup. Even the basest of metals sing in its embrace. Of course, you have much to concern yourself with. When last we spoke, we had explored the dwarven ruin of Mizenelt. We found an ancient crystalline tome, left behind by a squad of Aeliid soldiers fleeing undead abominations. You have my apologies, comrade. When I heard the ancients speaking of the Mortum Vivicus, I knew the past might contain more clues to solve our present crisis. I wanted to begin my research immediately. Welcome to the ruins of Abagarlis, comrade. Ancient home to a foul den of necromancers and Molag Bal worshippers. We are here to relive the past. In Mizenelt, we saw a squad of soldiers on the run for their lives. Here, at Abagarlis, that same group was calm and in control. Together we can see what they saw, and discover what they knew about the Mortum Vivicus. After Mazenelt, I researched a way to take control of the visions we saw. Osterand was the ancient soldier charged with bearing the prismatic weapon into battle. It is through his eyes you will see. And, in turn, I will see through your eyes. The ancients stood against the Vivicus and survived. Now, Molag Bal makes ready to unleash the same relic against Tamriel again. It is my hope the courage of the long dead will save the living of today. Hold still just a moment, comrade.
It's up to you, Osterland. You bear the prismatic weapon, and the hopes of everyone in Delodil. Lenath and Kurano will hold the door from this side. Valasha and I from the other. May the sunburst guide your sword arm, my friend.
My son, you must ensure I am not disturbed. Maintaining the final phase of the Mortum Vivicus requires all of my concentration.
That was Prince Malian, scion of evil King Nimrod. He must have been left behind to defend the business. That must be the Mortum Vivicus.
No! My sacred tongue!
My death means nothing. The Master will still
remove the Vivicus to Cold Harbor, this doom will come again to Cambriel.
Comrade, over here! This is terrible, my friend. Osterond was on the verge of destroying the Vivicus, and... nothing. The rapids have grown swift, and we did not even notice. Let me explain. Do you remember the notes you took from Dosha's lair? The ones that spoke of the Vivicus? I had assumed that this relic she spoke of was a legend. Even when I heard the words of Osterond, Endera, and their companions, I thought this was a threat from a time long forgotten. But, comrade, we just saw it. The Vivicus was never destroyed. You saved Merrick from a worm cult plot to harvest souls, remember? Those souls are fuel for the Vivicus. The intact Mortum Vivicus that Molag Bal has kept hidden all this time, safely tucked away in Cold Harbor. You must go to the Forge. Help Merrick Adeswalo restore the prismatic weapon to its full potential. I will do what I can to find where he has hidden the Vivicus. Comrade, I put my faith in you. You must tell the others. Warn them. Can I count on you? I would entrust this task to no one else, comrade. You go with the weight of the Guild on your shoulders. You saw through the eyes of Osterond, one of the valiant ancients that fought and died in Mizenout to safeguard our future. According to what we saw, it was he who slew Queen Palolo and stopped the use of the Mortum Vivicus. Just so, my friend. I believe it to be some kind of relic. A massive spell capable of holding and harnessing the souls of thousands upon thousands of dead. If it had been released, if it is released, the world as we know it will end.
How was your research trip with the Guildmaster, comrade? Truly, what happened? Were the ruins infested with undead? Stendar's wrath would have served you in good stead. Comrade, did you say try? The Vivicus is not some long-destroyed legend? Then, when Dosha took me prisoner, she was to harvest my soul for this abomination? By all the eight! We should be moving. Aleph will await us here. Keep watch for any unfriendly faces. Come, follow me, and try to keep up. I helped to find this place years ago, Stendar's will. Comrade, this news is disquieting. I'm glad you're here with us. I've made preparations to work the prismatic crystal, to reforge the weapon from the time of the ancients. In truth, I thought this weapon would just be a powerful symbol. It seems we have great need of this important relic. Welcome to the Earth Forge. Quite a sight, is it not? Comrade, we must restore this weapon of old. Make ready for any new plots by the Prince of Lies. I feel the strength of Stendar flowing through my arms. Are you prepared? I shall work the anvil, form the core. You will keep the fire at the proper temperature. Many and many times must the fire be stoked to keep an even flame and flow. Use the bellows here to stoke the flame just a bit. Use the valve to my other side to stoke it yet more. And for a truly fearsome blaze, pour fire salts on the coals. The lever just next to the valve releases pressure from the forge. But do not worry. I'm certain you'll do fine. Are you ready to begin? I wish it was so, but no. You and I are merely forming the core. Whatever weapon we decide to make, the runes and hilt and all of that must wait for another day. Use the bellows here to stoke the flame just a bit. Use the valve to my other side to stoke it yet more. And for a truly fearsome blaze, pour fire salts on the coals. The lever just next to the valve releases pressure from the forge. But do not worry. I'm certain you'll do fine. Are you ready to begin? This equipment is very old and very delicate. Stendar willing, we must try to get it right the first time. Here are the fire salts. Let's begin. Build me a small fire first, and I shall tell you when you are close. Ease up now. The fire is very close. That's the fire I'm looking for. Stand back. I shall prepare the core. Now I'll need a larger fire, comrade. Double the heat of the last one. More. Make this fire remind me of Sentinel Sands. Let the fire loose now. Give it all you can. Give us some more, but not too much. We are not quite there yet. Ease up now. The fire is very close. That's done it. Just a moment and I'll work on the core. Now we need an even hotter fire. The largest yet. Twice the size of the last one. Give it more. Get the flames large enough to make Lecky blush. Keep it coming. The heat's rising, but we're not there yet. Don't be shy now. This fire's barely smoldering. More! More! More heat. Make it hotter. Let the fire loose now. Give it all you can. Give us some more, but not too much. We are not quite there. Ease up now. The fire is very close. Ha! Feel that heat? Just a moment and I'll prepare the core. We've done it! Very well done, comrade. Excellent work, oh my comrade. Together there is nothing we cannot do. We are well on our way, I can feel it. We'll have to tinker with it to see what... Stendar's grace, what's that noise?
Fools! Do you truly think you could hide that trinket from the god of schemes? people of Abagala serve me even in death. My devoted, kill them. Kill them and bring me the crystal. That blasphemy must not be allowed to be reforged. Bring that crystal to Cold Harbor.
For the Lord of Brutality.
Remember this day, mewing wretches. My followers serve me, even in death.
Stendar shield us. The Earthforge overrun with undead. That was Molag Bal himself. Did you hear his voice? Made my blood run cold. That such an evil thing could be right here, in our midst. I do not know. Perhaps he somehow can track the core itself? If the Prince of Lies is planning to use the Vivicus once again, the prismatic weapon is a threat to his plots. You have the right of it. I'll speak with the Provost Generals and post some guards. If undead can come boiling up out of the mountain at any time, there's no telling what might happen here. No, not just yet. We came so close. Don't worry, though. I can complete the final steps on my own. This weapon will yet see the light of day, mark my words. The Mortum Vivicus will yet be destroyed. Yes, we should be going. We must find Seize All Colors and inform her what has happened here. Lead on, comrade. By Stendar! Are you all right, Aleph?
What happened in there? How do these worms find the forge?
We were finishing up when they appeared. They were after the crystal and tome. How did they know? How did they know about this place?
Aleph does not know. Merrick, this whole thing is madness. She has us hunting Daedra, and now they come calling on our doorstep.
Aleph! Behind you!
Aleph, Merrick, I do not rest easily.
Dark Moons! Guildmaster Iceblade, what's happening?
I was murdered, comrades. Seek my killer. Let me find peace.
Yasnir, wait! Who killed you?
Interesting. Very interesting. Aleph has her suspicions.
This is unbelievable. Stendar's horn. We all thought the Guildmaster died in his sleep. I'm sorry, comrade. I knew Yofnir a long time. You're right. We need to report in. So much has happened. I think I'll let Aleph lead the way this time. Come. The Earthforge breached. Yofnir murdered. Stendarr, give us strength.
Were you successful? Have you forged the weapon? We have more need of it now than ever, my friend, as you well saw. What has happened, comrade? I do not like the look on your face, or the scowl Merrick bears. The god of schemes himself has taken notice of our quest. We're all in murky water now, comrade, and the current grows swift. What? Jofnir murdered? This is dire news, comrade. The Council must be told straight away. There will have to be an investigation. Thank you for standing beside us on this of all dark days. Merrick, Aleph, and I will confer with the Council of Provost Generals. We'll want to talk about the attack, and this revelation about Guildmaster Iceblade. We'll contact you again when there's more to discuss. Until then, comrade.
May Stendarr keep you safe, comrade. We'll have need of your strength in the days to come.
There's an urgent task for you. Comrade, a message for you. The Guild has need of your unique talents. Merrick Atazwala sent word. He asks you to join him as soon as you can. An investigation has begun in the matter of Guildmaster Iceblade's death. He's called a gathering of the Council of Province Generals at Fort Amul. You should find him at the hall there. No. Just lots of rumors about the Council investigation. The old guard thinks Caesar Colors would have had a lot to gain from Jofnir's death. And from what I've heard, she's not at the meeting.
Peace be upon you, comrade. Good to see you at my little meeting. Yes, comrade. My meeting. I am the Countess Hakruba, daughter of Tigonus, Flower of the Sands, and Province General of High Rock. This meeting was called at my request, as I have the honor of leading the council. The Guildmaster sets the goals of the Guild as a whole. The council interprets her wishes at the province level. As head of the council, I resolve disputes and ensure we are working hand in gauntlet with the Guildmaster.
Do you think I'm pretty?
My comrade, I am very glad to see you again. This is the Council of Province Generals. They run the Guild under the direction of the Guildmaster, and they're very concerned. I've been speaking to them about our experiences with the ghost of Jofnir and the attack on the Earthforge. The Council feels that we need to further investigate Jofnir's death. You will be their eyes and ears, with Aleph assisting you. She's gone to get some air outside. She can explain in more detail. If anyone can get to the bottom of this, it's you and Aleph. She went for a walk to get some air. I think you'll find her near the docks. Stendarr, guard your steps, my friend. I'm sure you've seen some of the Council as you've traveled across Tamriel. Each represents a former province of the Empire, managing business there for the Guildmaster. Stendarr give us strength. Just amazing to think of this as the full Council. Skyrim, High Rock, elsewhere, Valenwood, and Cyrodiil. Hardly the whole of the Empire. We've lost a number of generals over the last few years, and a few even quit after Yofnir died. I wish I knew. I extend her Stendarr's grace, but the Council isn't willing to do the same. She disappeared from quarters after the attack on the Forge. They've actually ordered the rank and file to search for her. No, I don't. But I'm one of the few. Aelif has already made up her mind as well. Not only does she think Colors ordered the attack, Aelif's convinced she murdered Yofnir. Damn it. I finished what I could on the weapon, and we repaired the damage from the Daedric attack on the Earthforge. The core remains unfinished, though, while we deal with these plots. Aelif reached out to members of the Mages Guild. They tried to summon his spirit, talk to him. They failed. Aelif says something is preventing him from talking to us. I don't know much of such things, but I'm sure she has the right of it.
You look formidable, comrade. Perhaps one day you'd care to spar with Razem, yes? This one is the Province General of Elsewhere. She has earned the name Iron Ear and fights like a champion of Tizrini Arena. You'd do well to watch your tongue, my friend.
By the Divines, it's good to see you here. Flaminius Octor, Province General of Cyrodiil, at your service. I've long had the privilege and honor of being the Guild's arm at the heart of the Empire. How I wish that was still the case. I'm sure you heard of the unrest in Cyrodiil. 3 banners set upon the other. The sacking of the Imperial City, the death of the Imperial line. My time with the Guild has not been quiet.
You must be the one Merrick and Aelif have been talking about. Finally, we get some movement round here. By the green, I am uneasy. All this talk of death and magic. Give me something I can hit. I didn't become Province General of Valenwood through quiet meditation. I got this post through action.
Ah, so nice to be holding this meeting in Skyrim. Perhaps later we can go for a run out to one of the Dragon Shrine ruins. Always a good fight, Strogger. Ha! Aren't you a milk-drinking simpleton? Skyrim is littered with relics from the time of the dragons. Shrines, tombs. Trust me, comrade. Many are the lies and stories told to children. Dragons do not number among them.
It's nice to see another strong guild member around here. Our numbers aren't what they used to be. Live by the sword and all that.
You have spoken to Merrick, then? Seen the Council? It is about time we acted. This one apologizes, comrade. She has been urging action for some time. Finally, to be able to... We have been tasked with investigating Yafnir's death, yes? We should begin. Yafnir kept a room nearby. Aleph gave instructions no one was to be allowed inside until we arrived. I shall keep watch here. Enter Yafnir's quarters and search for something. Anything to suggest a road to travel. Aleph knew she could trust you. Too many voices. All of them very important, used to being heard. They want this mystery solved, and they want it solved now. They are used to combat, direct action. All this thinking hurts their heads. Aleph would have hoped you'd notice by now. This one loves to fight, loves the thrill of combat. But a thorny puzzle, a tricky lock, a track to follow in the woods, just as much fun as a blade in a brawl. We found him in his quarters, the endless sleep. It was very sudden, but at the time we thought nothing of it. Yafnir was getting old. Sooner or later, one of the faster blades would have made him sit down. None. And slow though he was, he never would have gone to... what was it? Yes, Sovngarde. He never would have gone to Sovngarde without a fight. Anything out of place, anything connected with a place or a person. We thought his death just the touch of chance, so we did not know to search. Anything might be a clue. What have you found? Interesting, interesting. Ragenthar is a dwarven ruin. Why would he... We must travel there, comrade. See if we can uncover more. Now Aleph is truly surprised. The Guildmaster had the magical prowess of a particularly slow horse. What was he doing at that ruin? Relics? Yafnir was no scribe. He was like most Nords this one has met. A Warhammer diplomat. The guild lost some contracts because of it, but the rank and file loved him. Good thought. Perhaps some in the guild hall saw him there. This one suggests you question our comrades in Windhelm. Aleph will meet you nearby. She has some preparations to make. There is a bridge just outside the Windhelm gates. Meet Aleph there, and we will journey to Ragnar together.
Nice to see you, comrade. Our numbers aren't what they used to be. Live by the sword and all that. Sure, I remember him here, but not his business. I think he spoke with Akita a few times. I wish he was still around. Be interested to hear what he thinks of this contract, knowing the council's all torn up about it. Oh, you know. The Guild has always been about our short, simple contracts. One and done was the mantra a lot of the lads used. Now this long-term thing with the anchors? The coin's good, but it's a big change. Not everyone likes it, that's all.
Welcome to the hall, comrade. I bet you've got some good tales to tell of our war on the anchors. Sure, of course. Had me set out some supplies for him a few times. He said he was going out to Ragnthar, that weird old Dwemer ruin. I kept telling him the mages had already emptied it out, but he kept telling me he needed to go. He said he was meeting someone, that he had to meet with them somewhere safe, that what they were talking about was very important. Guess that's why Yofnir went to the trouble of going to that weird old place. Oh, studying it and such. Ragnthar is weird. Unique, I guess you'd say. See, nobody really knows where it is. Physically, that is. It has an entrance near here, right? But the mages say stepping through the door is some kind of, temporospatial claudication. I think that's what they call it. Anyway, it means the ruins inside are all scooped out of time and space. There are entrances to the place all over Tamriel, but nobody knows where it really is.
Looking to crack some Daedric skulls? I've got what you need.
Yes, he actually visited a few times in the months before he died. Always came into town dirty and smelling like boots after a hard march. Never asked why. Didn't seem like a thing he was likely to tell me. Go carefully, comrade. Uncertain times in Tamriel. Only thing you can be sure of is a good weapon.
Welcome. This one is anxious to get moving. Aleph will lead the way to Ragnthar if you're ready. Here we go. Try to keep up, yes? Follow, comrade. This one cannot wait to taste the air in Ragnthar. Yofnir visits a remote Dwemer ruin just before his death. No coincidence. And now the guild openly opposes a Daedric prince. Risky, risky. To throw the guild against such power, foolish. This one remembers when we fought goblins, bandits. Small contracts, one and done, yes? Almost there. Be on your guard. And here we are, Ragnthar. Welcome to Ragnthar. The barrier here is a relic of its builders. They did something very strange to this place. Ragnthar is twisted out of space. This entrance here would allow us in. But it is not really here, if that makes sense. Lucky for us, Aelif came prepared. She can bring the door into focus. Let us inside. In her travels, Aelif has learned little tricks and techniques. She has fought mages, Daedra, the undead, even werewolves. You don't hunt monsters as long as she has without learning a thing or two. This one will just be a moment. The sound of gears. Watch yourself. Aelif is certain his ruin will yield answers. Anything to help explain Jafnir's death. Aelif is certain. It is no coincidence he came here just before he died. We will find a connection somewhere in this warren of gears and pipes.